eight force is the real issue,
Oh,
and I haven't.
they're never anything about the cantrips. So
Yeah, they're not gonna. I agree with that. So we brainstorm here probably, right?
no, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Play this. Play the Mire.
Uh huh.
Then I guess fetch for underground. No, no, hold on. Fetch with the Delta. Fetch an underground C,
Uh huh.
and just cast personal tutor. Oh, they have a blast. Okay, all right. No, that's what's up, opponent. Yeah, I think.
It's great that they have to blast the tutor up front, so we're not down a card.
Right. Okay, I think now you brainstorm first before you do anything.
You don't play any of these non-fetch, right?
I don't think so. Like
Yeah, I feel like
maybe the swamp. You have to blast that, which kind of makes our brainstorm a lot worse now. But
do you daze
so get the
or no?
Badlands.
Do you bother to daze here or no?
Oh, you mean? Oh, you know what? Maybe you're right. Fuck, should have thought about that.
I think it's fine. Maybe they
Okay.
force.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I
Oh, I guess we look like big brains now.
know
So yeah,
we look smart now.
there's one of their things.
See, I'll cover for you. You meant to do that.
Again, big brain plays here.
I
Holy
know, for
shit.
real. I,
So put the Liza Diamond back,
and probably
and
put
then
the
the
lab
Cavern,
back, right?
and then Cavern. That's fine. You can put Cavern back.
Yeah.
Play Underground Sea and duress them, because then we don't have a blue card for the Forcible, so might as well try to get something now.
Ugh,
Oh, they have
very boring.
nothing.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. What was this? I didn't see the card that was not a land. Oh, Arcanus. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Go ahead. You just
So two blanks for now.
right. The next turn, just pay 3 mana, cast Doomsday. The fairest of the ways to cast Doomsday.
I know, right?
And since we already have the Cavern in hand, so like I don't know, it makes it a little easier.
It opens
Uh,
up our I guess plays.
all right. So Thassa's Oracle, obviously.
Probably Street Breeze,
Um,
right? For sure, Edge.
yeah, you can do that. Yeah, Surge Rate, Edge. Um, I was thinking about no. I don't think we need to rely on ideas unbound. So just get Surge Rate. Uh, let's see. If you get a Ponder, it cuts off a turn. We need to put like 2 more cards, right?
Yeah.
The other option would be like to put like a fetch land and a land, but I think that's not good here.
I think that's a little.
Yeah, no, it's
Too
not good here.
cute.
Just put a Ponder, I guess, because I think we're gonna have to pass turn twice because we don't have. Well, do we have to do that? Let me see.
Are we? Should we get ideas unbound too or no?
Well, it's not great because we don't have double blue in play right now.
That's fair.
So like, let's say you get ideas unbound next turn, so you play Snow Covered Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you would need like double Lotus Petal, Thassa's Oracle.
Right.
But then we lose to like Pyroblast, Bolt, anything.
Mm-hmm. What about a
So
fetch, and then we can put back one of our lands?
say what? What a brainstorm said?
What if we get a fetch, and then we can put back? Oh, sorry, brainstorm. Do we have that
In a
available?
fetch?
Yeah. So put back one of the cyclers. Get a
That
fetch and
that works.
brainstorm.
That works. Yes.
So
So instead of the Ponder, just put a Scalding Tarn and a Brainstorm.
brainstorm, right? Because we have the island in hand already.
Correct. Yeah. Oh no. So hold on. You can take the Ponder off then, and get the Edge. I guess is that what you're trying to say?
Or the street breeze, either way.
Well, so having the Ponder makes the Force Will like sort of a light card. I don't know if it's relevant.
So like that.
No, hold on a second. No, that doesn't work because okay, let's say if you draw Brainstorm, right?
Yeah.
So you put Edge, Ponder, Tarn. I guess you fetch and cast the Ponder in the same turn. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That works too. So yeah, I guess just put Thassa's Oracle on the bottom. Put the Tarn and then the other 3 cards.
Tarn is at the bottom, you mean?
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, you
It
have to
needs
draw
to be
the
on the
Tarn,
top, right? Or sorry, brainstorm
Yeah.
needs to be on the top, right?
No, so put the Edge, and then those 3 cards.
Okay, that makes sense. Did we play a land? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we play. Opponent. Playing white too?
I guess so, yeah. I wonder what that could be for.
I played against this person before, but I don't remember
I
seeing
probably
this.
have, I don't remember. Their name looks vaguely familiar.
They don't have any targets there, right?
What did they
Oh,
use
they have the
for?
blast.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
No. So yeah, cast the no, don't play the land. Don't play the land. Just play on the grounds. Cast. All right, so put the island back, and I guess you can put the edge on top. Yeah, put the edge on top. And play Cavern. I mean not Cavern. Scalding Tarn. I'm sorry, Scalding Tarn. That's it.
That's
Go.
for the island, right?
No, you know what? Don't cast anything. Just pass. Because then next turn you're gonna draw the edge, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you need to force something, you can actually use the Force Will now. It doesn't see because like since you're gonna fetch a land out of the deck, it doesn't matter for the clock, right? Because next time you're gonna have 2 cards left in the deck. Then you fetch. You're only gonna have the Thassa's Oracle. You cycle the Edge of Autumn. You're gonna have 0 cards in the deck, and you're still gonna end up with a Force Will Ponder in your hand. They still don't have a target for this thing. That feels amazing.
Yeah, I
that
know.
we just do damage from Dreadhorde Arcanus with nothing else. What's going on?
I've learned the hard way. Usually, when Dreadhorde untaps, you probably lose.
So you draw the edge.
And then you fetch
Okay, now
now.
you fetch.
There's no way that's a stifle.
No. Then you just tap the swamp.
And edge it.
Yeah, sack the swamp.
I'm just curious, in your time playing this deck, how often have you cast Edge of Autumn with Green Splash?
When I was playing the bug version, I cast like maybe once. But
I think
I probably was in that game anyway, so I don't think it mattered. Oh, I think they just have 6.
Yeah.
Yay!
Woo. Looking
Alright,
good.
so far we made piles that the opponent cannot interact with them.
Yeah, so Alice, aka Legacy Council, mentioned that they played the Tibble deck, and it looks like it's very good. And maybe the one deck that is resilient against it is Elves. That kind of is in line with my experience last night as well. I played against
Oh,
it
is it?
twice with Elves,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know if it's just anomaly or not, but I won 2-0 both times, and it just felt like the. It's funny because they can have really fast turns, but I don't think Tibble itself is actually great against elves because usually one elf doesn't really matter. It's like the natural order and stuff like that's scary.
Right.
Yeah, I can see D&T being real good too because if I mean, chat, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think Flicker Wisp on that changes it back to a creature, right?
Does it?
Anybody know that, chat?
Huh. Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah, because the same way that works with Delver, right? I guess.
Yeah, I think I've seen Flicker Wisp do that with that land too. That is like a phantasmal image.
Right. Right. Uh huh. Makes sense. No, but also like I just think Thalia, just Thalia, like
Yeah, Thalia is real relevant. If they still run it, Phyrexian Revoker is relevant. Just the whole deck is like good against, I think.
yeah. Are you trying? Are you trying to get more people to play Death and Taxes?
It's funny too because do you know my friend Aaron Relentless George?
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh huh.
So he won the season one Mox. No, was it the Mox? No, he won the showcase. That was
Yeah, the showcase.
he won the showcase on D&T, and then on my Discord channel, I joked even when he's not playing elves, he's representing us well because now more people are gonna play Death and Taxes.
His game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this hand's amazing.
Oh yeah, you got permission backup too.
Yeah. So like if you draw another land, or I mean, if it's a pawn, I mean a Lotus Battle, it's a turn one.
Uh huh.
But they're playing blue, so me.
Okay, so they're on
Oh,
Rogue
it's
Delver.
Um. Okay. Yeah. Just go on the ground. See.
Are we going for it here?
Oh, of course. I'm gonna have to think of what pile we're gonna make because Wasteland's a thing, and they actually have pressure. So
I wonder if they thought I was on elves. That would be funny. I think we date back, right?
um, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And you guys Doomsday. All right.
Probably edge.
Well,
Actually, maybe not with this hand.
so we're gonna go to 18. We're gonna go to 9. If Delver flips, we're gonna go to 6.
You're deciding whether we can play around. Well, yeah, we go to 9 here.
Since they picked up a card,
Mm-hmm.
we still have a forceable in hand, so we can always like force like a bolt or something.
Mm-hmm.
We can try to make something similar like last game. We can put like a brainstorm and a fetch land in the pile.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, because we have the underground in hand. Actually, well,
We
need
no,
another
we
land,
probably
huh?
need a Cavern of Souls in there too. So hold on a sec. What's the
We
fifth?
got-
Oh, never mind. I'm trying to see. No, we already have a brainstorm in hand. We don't need a brainstorm.
So like that?
Oh, you can take the brainstorm and then put like the fetch, I guess. Hang on a second. Let me think of like all the other thing we got to think about is like wastelands. So, let me see. If we draw, hold on a second. I get super cautious when against Delver, and I end up losing sometimes just because of that.
Because you overthink or what?
Yes, definitely that. Let's do this. Instead of the Delta, just get a basic island, and I think we're good to go.
Basic island, you said?
Yeah, we're just gonna try to cantrip our way into a
Where
win.
is the island? There we go.
Okay, because then we're gonna, let's say, preordain next turn, draw the edge, and then the next turn we'll draw a straight wraith. Because I mean, we could go for a pile that kills next turn, but it's so risky against them because like another daze just like throws a wrench in our plan.
Even with a force backup.
Yeah, because usually the way you win the next turn is, well, now, hang on a second. Actually, no, hold on a second. You brought up a good point. So let's see. If we draw into, if you brainstorm and you see battle, no, it doesn't work because Ideas Unbound, it costs 2 blue. That's a problem because,
Yeah, we're at 0 mana right now.
right, we already made
And I don't think we
drop
want
and
to go for
pick it
an
up.
LED pile.
So I think just getting the island is fine because then we pass to them. They preordain. Yeah, that's fine. So put like Cavern and Thassa's Oracle on the bottom.
Does it matter the order? Probably not. Oracle will be last, I'm assuming, right?
And then Thassa's Oracle. So Cavern on the bottom, and then Thassa's Oracle. In case we feel like we really need to just go for it, we
like
can
a turn earlier.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then the cyclers, I don't think it matters. No, actually, no. Put the search rate first. Like as in, yeah, there you go, like that, and then just draw the island. That's just like so we don't lose to a wasteland. Now, if Delver doesn't flip, then I'm pretty sure we just have it. But okay.
All right, so we're gonna take 2 hits from them.
Correct.
The good thing is they did play a Trop.
Not a Volk, yeah.
They might be searching for the Volk if they have a Bolt in hand.
They might be looking for a Wasteland too. So
sure, or any kind of permission.
Right. So just play the island and then you can preordain. Yeah, that way it's because next time we're gonna go. Hold on a second. If they bolt us into force, then we can't use the street race. That's one problem. Well, if they draw bolt,
they would hold it though.
Or are they gonna just like attack and bolt us? I think they're gonna do that. So
bottom the street wraith.
Yeah, bottom the street wraith. Yeah, let's do that. See, that's when I start think of all the corner cases that can happen. All right, just say go. Yeah. No, I've seen like people like Max and like Max Torsion and like Max Gilmore, and they'll just make like a brainstorm pile with Lias and Diamond, and then they win. But like, it doesn't happen with me. When I do those, like I get dazed, and then I feel sad.
I feel like we're okay here because we have the force backup.
Right. No, that definitely helps.
And if they have the bolt and permission, we can't beat that anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scary, though. Maybe you should play with me more. You should see me on elves. My mentality is they never have it. And then it's every once in a while they do and I get punished.
Alright, we force that. Hopefully they don't have anything.
Doesn't matter, right?
No. Fuck. Okay. So they had a force of will.
They just let it go.
Yeah, so I don't think we could have made a pile that was gonna win the same turn.
Yeah. I don't think we beat flip plus bolt there.
Right. So here definitely shave 2 of the street rates.
Yeah, we don't want to be losing life against Delver.
Right. And bring the defense crews. No, actually I don't bring the Pyroblast against them. I gave up on that idea.
Oh really?
Yeah, it never worked. And then let me see.
I guess it's because the card we care most about is Arcanus.
Right, and it's hard for you to hold up like mana
Permission,
against
right?
them. Cut one of the personal tutors in one of the preordains, I guess. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. One preordain, one personal tutor is fine. Yeah, that seems fine.
Okay.
Wow.
Cheers.
Yeah, you keep that.
Do we just jam?
I
Probably
mean,
not, right?
I think they have a forcible because they snap cap their hand. We could. Um, if you do, then get underground C and then.
Okay, so the alternative is we ponder and see if we can find disrupt.
I think that's better. Yeah,
Huh?
let's just play the volcanic and
Do we
just play the
want
vault.
basic?
No, we don't need to fetch now.
Okay.
Since we have Dark Ritual in our hand, like one black source is enough. So okay,
Shuffle.
you probably shuffle that. All right, there you go. Ah, that's a Power Blast there.
Okay. So
Okay.
do we play a
I
land
mean,
first?
I'll play the island, I guess.
Play the island, not the fetch.
No, I'll play the island and just play Ponder.
Oh well,
Oh,
there's
okay.
duress.
All right, so hold on a sec. Put the actually Lotus Petal on the bottom,
Okay.
and then draw the rest now. No, and I guess let me see.
We can
No,
ponder
just
into
pass
the,
the turn.
the
Just
dark
pass the
ritual,
turn.
right?
No, because we know the next card, and it's a cantrip that does. I don't. I don't like this type of cantripping. It doesn't really get you anywhere.
Okay. So we just
I
pass
think
it.
it's much better next time for you to fetch and then ponder. Like they're obviously holding permission in
Something.
hand, right? Yeah. So we're gonna draw a dark ritual next turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're gonna play off the Badlands, or are we gonna fetch?
Um, I'm wondering because so drawing the pedal next turn helps against days,
Uh huh.
which is
Well, we have the island of paper days, right?
they're not doing anything. So I guess it's play the Tarn and yeah, go ahead and just fetch then. Just get an underground sea, I guess.
I guess we can go dark writ. Ooh, is that
Oh,
stifle?
Stifle.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Okay. Then just ponder, I guess. You could
So
get
shuffle,
pedal double dark ritual duress, but I don't think that's good. I think it's just better next turn. So put the Thassa's Oracle, and then draw those two cards. It doesn't matter the order. We're gonna draw both of them. Play the no, don't play the pedal. Just say go.
That's an aggressive stifle.
The next turn, what we're gonna do? You're gonna play the Badlands and cast the first dark ritual. See what they do. If they don't counter, you're gonna play duress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the old dark ritual first before duress.
Right. I mean, it's possible that they have like a grip full of like counter magic. So play the Badlands, and now play the pedal first. And cast dark ritual. And duress. Now, one of
Nobody
the cool
plays
things
Spell
here that
Storm
we
anymore,
actually
huh?
have double blue mana now, unless we get Spell Pierced or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like post Doomsday, we can actually get like Ideas Unbound.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're gonna get the Force and Negation or Force of Will, doesn't matter. Okay, cast Duress. No, Duress.
This
In
is
case,
Duress.
because if they decide to Surgical in response, you can just Dark Ritual in response. You can't Duress in response.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was going to cook on the Duress.
Now we did see a Pyroblast in there, so um, so again, Ideas Unbound is not an option. Days, yeah, you pay for it, I guess.
With the blue, right?
Yeah. Hold on, is that the last blue card that they had in hand? No, they have a Brainstorm, right? So look at the days. Just check it. So when
So they have two.
hold on, what did they target? Dark Ritual.
Let's see. Yeah. So we're gonna ritual in response. If, okay, it's lagging. Sorry. What's up, Jonathan? How's it going? Yeah, I'm with Romario Neto right now. He's teaching me the dark arts of Dark Ritual right now.
Hold on, what are they targeting? I didn't see what they're targeting.
They targeted the Dark Ritual, so I
Okay, so they're gonna force the Dark Ritual. That's what it is, which is kind of bad for us. Yeah. But that was the last blue card they had in hand, right?
it's a little bit risky for them to brainstorm there because if they don't find a blue
Yeah.
card,
No, you're right. No, they timed everything correctly until that Brainstorm, in my opinion, but
sure.
okay, so Dark Ritual resolved.
They might be
Huh.
countering the Doomsday. I don't know, but
They're
that's
not
too.
going to because we're gonna duress them.
Yeah, that's true.
If they had countered the Dark Ritual, then we'd have to pass the turn.
So
Oh man,
it's
it got a
Lightning
little
Bolt
blurry
and
again.
Stifle. I think we checked the Stifle, right?
Is it Stifle and Pyroblast?
No, it's Stifle and
Oh, Red Elemental Blast, right?
yeah. No, Lightning Bolt. I think it's easily the Stifle, right?
Yeah. Let's guess Doomsday. Okay, so Cavern of Souls. You can get Thassa's Oracle.
Oops. Let me show
Edge.
the board.
Edge, Street Wraith. Huh. You know what? Defense grids doesn't sound too crazy too.
Oh, interesting. Is it because they have no clock?
Yeah, and if their idea is to like stifle maybe later. And they don't have they don't have a clock, yeah, so just to get done, yeah.
I'm
So
assuming the order is from bottom to top. Oracle.
I was gonna put Cavern on the bottom.
Okay,
Because defense grid resolves next turn, then we don't need Cavern of Souls.
that's true. And then I guess
Then
here,
Tassel, yeah.
and then the cyclers don't really matter.
Yeah, no.
I know Jonathan. I don't know if you know him, Romario, but he would love this kind of spell combination type deck.
Oh.
He is the person who taught me a lot of what I learned for the mocks draft.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. You did have to draft, right?
Yeah, it was hard because I had never really drafted in my life before.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Wow.
okay, yeah, I had never drafted besides Cube before that, so it was definitely a high learning curve for me.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you. I mean, I did what I could. I think I also benefited because I had people around me who were really good, so that helped the learning curve a lot.
Right. I used to draft a lot, like in at FNMs.
Yeah, I think the only FNMs I ever really did was I played like some of the like the Ravnica Return to Ravnica releases, but or
Right.
the Ravnica 3 release, but usually not so much. I think I only played one standard event like before last year ever in my life. So I think
So
we just go for it here, right?
yeah, we know that they only have a power blasting hand, right?
Hmm.
By the way, I keep saying power blast, but I know it's the red elemental blast.
Right, right, right.
Dun dun dun.
Well, I guess they can actually pay for the grid here and force, right?
Because it's a spell plus 3.
Oh, wait.
They'll need 4 mana to do that.
Each spell cost. Wouldn't it be just three?
So no, so it's 3. No, you have to pay an additional 3 to cast a spell.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they cost 3 more to cast, so they'll need a 4 mana to do that. Yeah, that's why I say like to put the thing in the pile. Like if you resolved, like I knew we're not gonna. There
No,
was
I
not
was thinking
enough turn
about
for
the
them.
card Force of Will. Right,
What? Yeah, a Force of Will would have worked. Yeah, because it could just. But I knew one of the cards in the hand was a red card. So.
right. That makes sense.
Uh,
I think
yeah,
we run
just
it back.
yeah, just back. Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking like maybe put like a second Thassa's Oracle just because it's stifle, but
Mhm.
I don't know.
I don't think this is the
Uh,
match for second Thassa's, but I could be wrong. We gotta ship this, right?
yeah, yeah. If there's an island instead of a swamp, maybe. But
Oh
oh my god,
man.
this is how we're gonna go down. All right, Mulligan. Yeah. Keep this one, I guess. And put the Street Wraith back. And it might have to put the days back, I guess, because
Yeah, I
yeah,
feel like we want to be mana efficient here.
right. So just get done, and hopefully they kept the hand kind of like the last game. It's a little. If it's a Delver in turn 1, we probably lost this game. Yeah.
Yeah, we're down to 5. Our other loss was to what? I forget.
Say what?
Well, do we duress here or just Bloodstain Mind
Just
Pass?
play the pedal, and then the rest them with a. I guess you could. Uh,
I
I'm
feel
thinking
like
about just
we.
fetching so you don't. Say what?
Oh, go ahead.
I was thinking just fetching like with a mire so you don't get wastelanded because lands are gonna be a problem. So yeah, just fetch a swamp and duress them.
Make sure I get the right one.
And if they daze, you probably pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have wasteland. So I think you have to take the power blast. Unfortunately.
Because of the brainstorm, right?
Yeah.
We can beat Surgical pretty easily, right?
Yeah. Surgical is not an issue. Especially if they get aggressive, like they try to surgical like in our draw step or something.
I think that's just so bad, personally.
Oh, they're gonna cast a brainstorm. Okay, that makes sense too. Oh, the surgical on the draw step.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I guess I talked to a lot, Cyrus and a lot of the AMP players. They always post photos or screenshots. Do not do that.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna do it.
They thought about it, but it doesn't make sense to search. Wow, on a duress.
I almost feel
Okay.
like maybe you can take advantage. No, never mind. Just hit okay.
Oh, I see. If we had a brainstorm, take advantage of the surgical.
Yeah, 'cause then you could like get a free shuffle, but you
It would
already drew
cost
the
us a
card,
medal,
so
though.
it wasn't as good because like if they did an upkeep for instance for whatever reason. So here's the thing. Play Underground Sea.
And
You
preordain
know,
for land.
kind of do. And then I guess preordain first.
Oh, that's bad. Do we keep the land?
I think we do.
And we bought him the
No,
ideas,
no,
right?
we put ideas on bottom to the bottom for sure. I mean, if we get the land, we play around days, I guess.
I mean, we know they have a wasteland, but the thing is, it doesn't matter.
No, bottom that too. We need to be aggressive, otherwise we're not gonna win. All right, so no, hold on.
Oh.
I was gonna just brainstorm.
Oh,
Well, it's okay now. We'll do on our turn.
okay. My bad. I
Because
didn't think
since
we
we're
were
gonna waste
gonna.
windows is the same thing as doing later or now. You could like brainstorm to try to hit the edge of autumn just to cycle in response, but it's not relevant. Just hit okay.
So, what was the logic for trying to do that on our turn there? The brainstorm to try to go off.
Yeah.
Got
Just
it.
to try to find Doomsday, yeah.
We got rewarded.
Then use the Underground Sea then.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, so put both Dark Rituals back.
Both dark rituals, you said?
You know what? Hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah, put both of them back. And
So we can
just say
cast
go.
grid.
Just say go because it doesn't matter. Just go ahead.
Okay.
We're gonna have to hope that the third card down is a Doomsday.
I guess it would be the third or the fourth card down now, right? Because, well, actually, it would be. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So yeah, just hit okay.
Well, actually, it would be.
And then cast
withdraw
the defense grid here.
Cast a defense grid, you say?
Yeah.
They may force this.
Hey Max. I mean, if they have force, they should force it.
They should, yeah.
I mean, you don't know
Otherwise, it's
that
dead.
our hand is
Well, the thing
No,
is, they
good.
can actually pay for it because they have 3 mana.
okay. You pay for that with the pedal. All right. So we're gonna go to 7, and then we're gonna go to 4. Okay, which is enough to win. If the next card, it's a Doomsday. You can F6 here. We can't cast anything on their turn.
I think my short hotkeys are off.
Oh, it's 6 now. I don't know
Oh, it's just
why.
6 now?
No.
Okay. Okay, so we got a brainstorm
Alright.
here, right?
No. We don't brainstorm because we're
No,
gonna
we
need
don't
to try to win next turn. If we Doomsday, we go to 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we just die. So just hit okay. Like I said, that's what I said. Like, no, the next card has to be a Doomsday. Now it's a little bit harder because now they have 4 lands. But
Oh,
we can
I
still.
see. You're using the brainstorm as the draw spell to win same turn.
Right.
Gotcha.
Unless they decide to. No, they're not gonna cast anything. Okay, just hit okay.
Should I guess the
Oh,
alternative
you
is,
can't.
do we brainstorm and try to hit?
No, you can't. Because of defense grid.
Oh, right. Okay, sure.
All right, so I guess cast brainstorm, and I'm not really sure what we're looking for here, but
We would need Doomsday plus a cycler.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Put the island back in the force of will. And then fetch, yeah. In theory, an Ideas Unbound might get there. You can get an underground, so it doesn't matter. Oh, actually, hold on a sec. We're just dead because we can't cast Doomsday at 1 life. I just realized.
That's true.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, Mulligan that low was kind of rough there too. So
yeah, I think what we were looking for off the brainstorm was Doomsday plus a cycler.
No, I think it had to be Ideas Unbound because we did have double blue. So Ideas Unbound maybe Doomsday. Yeah, Ideas Unbound, Doomsday, and a cycler or a brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also that game one, I'm telling you, I am pretty sure if Max was watching game one against the last opponent, the Delver player, I'm pretty sure they could come up with like a better, because we cast Doomsday on turn 1, which it's supposed to be how he's supposed to win. I think I tend to overthink too much against Delver, and
So Max, I think you're still around. We can just, since we're here, why don't we just watch that game one, see if anybody can think of a better pile. It'd be good for everybody here. Yeah, so this is good.
That was probably the best hand I've seen the whole night, and then
yeah. Thank you for the follow, Borachan.
Borachan. Well, the other thing we could even thought about, like maybe should just like force will instead of days.
On the days.
Yeah, that way we would have like another land in play.
Yeah, that would have been an option.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it depends. Does that speed up our clock? It probably does, right?
Yeah, it would definitely make a difference. Because they cast a pawn on their turn, so like days would have been a live card on turn 2. Yeah, we end up losing to what's it called, a Chain Lightning, right?
Yeah, because they had the force.
Right. Yeah, they also can't trip because I think they can trip like one more time too on their turn. So yeah, maybe that was one of the mistakes there, was like to days instead of force of will. It's something that comes up a few times in Doomsday, like especially the games that you don't have Dark Ritual. And you're trying to just hard cast. I mean, I say hard cast because like no, just tap 3 lands and cast Doomsday. And you have to think about that like when you daze, because like if you daze, you set yourself back 1 turn, and if you don't have a Dark Ritual, that matters. So like if you force a will, you still have a land in play. But then I mean, it's just like a hypothesis, right? Because if they have a wasteland in play, then maybe instead of casting upon it, just wasteland us, and then we might be in the same spot. So
I think the replay is glitched because they don't show Chain Lightning.
Yeah, it is glitched. Replay on Magic Online does not work very well. But yeah, that was pretty cool. At least like we didn't go 1-5. I mean 1-4.
I mean, I'll take it. Like 3-2, you're still ahead, and I mean, I think I learned a good amount today, like with some of the different lines, and I also learned something that's relevant for me too. Like as an elf player, I should know that hold priority line, or how to do it correctly.
Oh yeah, we'll end up winning that match anyway, so it's fine.
yeah, and then so I think it's okay. Like I enjoyed it. Like anything you would change about this list, having gone through this league, or no?
I'm not sure. Like,
so let me actually go back.
The list that I really liked was the 4-color list that I played for forever. Veil was a card that was relevant a lot of times, but I mean this list it's cool. I like the number of like cyclers. There's a lot of matchups that like especially
It
against
helps.
Smoko. There's a lot of times you just put like 3 cyclers and Thassa's Oracle and a Cavern of Souls, and then it doesn't matter. You just pass the turn to them because you are going to win. Yeah, I think it's fine. I like the so one thing that I saw the Max changed from the more stock list. Some of them are playing a split of 2 Duresses and 2 Thoughtseizes, and he just went with 4 Duresses. I do like that actually because there's very few creatures that I listen to meta right now that I want to discard, except for Dreadhorde Arcanist. But then that's a different story. Like against Delver, casting a Thoughtseize and losing 2 life, it's super relevant, right? Because
and especially since that's
Doomsday,
the hardest matchup too, right?
yeah, and also Doomsday, like no, you lose half of your life. So if you added the Thoughtseize to that, then it just gets worse. Like, so I think the rest is fine. Like instead of Thoughtseize.
If you were to play again, would you still run the 3 personal tutors, or would you go back to like the Strix version that you're kind of running?
I don't know. I haven't like had enough matches with the personal tutor. I like the idea. So like, well, I know you said it like you in the Doomsday Discord, but you don't pay attention to it. But I think I post like 3 or 4 times on Twitter when I was still talking. Every time I did something different with the deck, I would post on Twitter. There was a list that I could not figure out like which one I liked it. So I had one Windows Vault, which is a card that maybe should be in this deck, instead of like one of the personal tutors. So I had one Windows Vault, one. What's the name of that card? Where you look at 4 cards and then you take one. Impulse. I had one Impulse. I had one personal tutor because I couldn't decide which one I liked, and those effects are kind of similar in this deck.
Is it because you like the instant speed about it, so that you don't have to tap out, or what is the logic? Just curious.
So like Lindo's Vault almost works like almost like Demonic Tutor sometimes because you just do enough turn, and rarely you're gonna pay more than 2 life for the. So I guess it's more like a Vampiric Tutor. Rarely you lose more than 2 life because you look at 10 you pay 2 life, right? And usually you're looking for a specific card. So like you're looking for either Doomsday or Dark Ritual. So end of turn, Windows Vault rarely gets countered, and it's like a super powerful effect in this deck. And then Impulse, it was more like because
that's a good point about
the top of the deck.
That's a good point about getting the.
So what?
Oh, I was gonna say that's a good point about getting the Dark Ritual because, yeah, that is one thing that Personal Tutor notably misses and doesn't get.
Correct. Yeah. It's also Though actually, I think there were a few times in this league that we played that I thought about. I was like, oh, we can now, especially the game that we got the Edge of Autumn. Like if we had Dark Ritual, maybe it would be different. But yeah, so like Impulse kind of does the same thing, and then the other card was Personal Tutor, right? So like I remember I played like a few leagues with that configuration. It was not ideal. I just wanted to see how it works out, right? And I remember the card that I least liked was Personal Tutor. But then there are other people in the Discord that are like, oh man, the card's like, no, 1 or 2 is fine. Until Jax was just like, oh, let's play 4. Like, no. So I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say, like, I haven't drawn the card enough times when I played it, and then this version that plays 4, which of course you draw more often. I just haven't had that many games under my belt to be like, oh yeah, this is good or not. So
that makes sense. Yeah, I think for sure, like if you don't have the sample size, it's hard to draw a conclusion, and then especially since Personal Tutor, I think leans towards a very more proactive gameplay. So it affects some of the other cards too, not just itself.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird, like when you play a tutor and you pass a turn, right? Because that's how it usually works with Personal Tutor. You're so telegraphing what you're gonna do next turn, so that's kind of like another thing.
Yeah, I would imagine it helps a lot against the like the Hate Bear style decks where like they can't really stop what you're doing, but I would imagine it hurts a lot against maybe like Delver or something.
Right. Yeah, and then like Lindo's Vault, I know it costs 1 more mana, but you basically stack your deck and they don't know what you're doing, right? Because I could just be putting a Force of Will on top of my deck, or I could put like Doomsday, or I can put like anything, right? So you don't know. So maybe next time, like I said, like this past 2 months, like it was kind of hard for me. I didn't have that much time to play Magic, but if I start testing again, I think I might try to jam a list similar to this one, but I'll probably have like at least 1 or 2 Lindo's Vault. I think what's his name, Kai Sawatari. I think so he was playing a list like with 2, I think, Lindo's Vault, and he also had personal tutors. So he might have had like a split of like
Mhm.
2 personal tutors and 2 Windows vaults. Maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah, Kai
Yeah.
is a very good player. I know him. I don't know him personally, but I recognize the name from when he top for the GP. I
Yeah.
think that was in Japan. I could be wrong. I think yeah, it was in Japan. I
It
think
was it
he.
was in Japan, yeah.
I think at the time I was like trying to learn how to play Ant, so I do know at least of Kai. I don't know him personally, obviously, but uh,
Right.
I, I will check out the Doomsday Discord from time to time. I know just because it's one of the decks that I have always really wanted to play.
But by the way, like also like I don't know. I mean, there's only like a few people watching now, but like I think the
Mhm.
Doomsday Discord is like I'm not saying just because I'm in there, like, but it's like one of the friendliest Discords I think there's out there. Like,
Oh no, for sure. There was a point I think I want to say maybe 3 weeks or so ago. I don't remember exactly, but it was whenever right before that showcase challenge was, and I was
Mhm.
checking it out because I was curious. Um, what was the latest configuration for Doomsday? Because I know as an elf player, that's like one of the harder matchups, and I wanted to see
Mhm.
if there was anything I needed to be aware of, for instance. And I know Kai was running some nasty hate in the sideboard. I think he was like playing Shrivel, one of those effects.
He was playing Nausea.
Yeah, so it's essentially a Shrivel, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's Nausea is from like Exodus, but it's the same card. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was like something that was pretty scary, like from I know from my perspective, for instance. And then I know also because Max is one of my good friends in real life, so he's in there. So of course I'm like checking it out
Mhm.
too, just because
Yeah,
I own the deck too, so I want to keep up.
yeah. I mean, I think it's one of the more like the website that they have that's called the I think it's the DDFT index.
Mm-hmm.
It's tag. It's like not tag, but it's like pinned on the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like all the sample piles, like so like if you like any so it will show like no if you have XYZ cards in your hands, then you can make XYZ piles.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like very like I don't know. I in the beginning like I didn't know anything about Doomsday. Like I just read that stuff and it was super easy for me to understand.
Oh, that's good
And
to know.
and they still have people that still working like on the other funky versions like of Doomsday, the ones that kill like with a Tendrils of Agony.
Mm-hmm.
So
The old school
again,
list.
yeah, like I think it was called the DFT because it's like Doomsday Fetchland Tendrils.
Mm-hmm.
They still have people that like working on that too. So like, but yeah, they're like one of the more helpful discords in my opinion.
That's good to
Like,
know. Yeah, I compare that to uh, like for instance, I used to be more active on the old elves thread,
uh huh,
and I know like I stopped being as active because there was one person in particular that disagreed like pretty heavily with what I was saying, and then I just said, okay, I'm just gonna play my own version. Anybody who wants to follow me can join the Reclaimer. So I made my own Discord for the Reclaimer version,
mm-hmm.
and then that was kind of that.
I didn't find the original Elves Discord very helpful to be honest. But
Yeah, that's the
I
vibe I got too. Unfortunately.
I mean I only read a few times, but like it kind of put me off for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then there's other discords like the well they don't have their own discord but the like the depths the black green depths or rainbow depths one
Mm-hmm.
and it was like when I was reading it was only like 4 people. It was just like Tom, Carrie, his name's Sonox,
Yeah, I know Carrie.
it was Jax, and like a fourth person. There was like nobody else like no replying. So it was cool there was like those guys because they're top of the food chain like this with that deck.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I can just message Tom like on Facebook because I don't need like to go on Discord to talk to him.
It's
And
funny
then
too because I know that Jax, if he's watching this ever, but he and I will talk a lot, just through Facebook or whatnot. Because I know he picked up elves. He won't play it at the moment, but I know he owns the deck, and he definitely has pushed me to innovate with the deck because if there's a way to speed up a deck, I know Jax is definitely interested in that.
right. I
Hmm.
mean, he likes any decks that can kill really fast.
Right. He was actually. Let me bring it up. Here's my list. But he was the one that actually told me to play or suggested the idea like cutting Heritage Druid and just playing crop rotation. And
Uh
I've
huh.
actually liked that a lot. Like, because your combo matchup gets so much better now because not only does this get Gaia's Cradle, but if you're playing against a graveyard deck, that's like 3 more copies of Bojuka Bog.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then
No,
some of the
and
other. Go ahead.
if you have the Allosaurus Shepherd, like no, uh, chances of your stuff getting countered is way less too. So
Exactly. So one of the issues with crop rotation before is it's a little bit scary to crop when you only have like one land. Because if they
right.
force it, and then you just lose the game potentially. But with
Correct.
Shepherd, that's less likely to happen now. And number two, this deck has now become like just it's all broken cards now. So like everything is a must counter. So
Hmm.
so if they're gonna counter something, they likely would have countered it before you play the crop rotation, or you can actually bait and counter and use crop rotation and they counter that because they think you need the mana and you actually have more payoffs if that makes sense.
Hmm. Right.
But yeah, I've been liking his suggestion, and then like I think that's why Reclaimer is actually so good too, right? Because it's kind of like crop rotation. It's a Guy's Cradle that can fetch a Bojuka Bog or can fetch like a Cabal Pit, a Wasteland.
One utility lands.
Yeah, whatever utility lands, you Caracas.
Right. Yeah,
But
makes sense.
I think that should be it. Anything else you want to say to the chat, like, or anybody from the chat have any questions for Romario?
Well, I'm pretty sure the guys from the Doomsday Squad are gonna watch this later because I know they watch all the VODs that gets posted on the group. So
That's super awesome that all the VODs get posted though. Like that's I might have to check it out because especially if Paper Magic ever returns, I'm gonna play this on paper for sure.
yeah, there's one of the admins. I don't know his real name, but he goes by Doishi on the Doomsday
Oh yeah, I
Discord.
recognize the name.
Yeah, he's the one. I think he's the one that maintains the website.
Mm-hmm.
He also like I don't know how he does it, but he fetches any VODs of people playing Doomsday. He finds it. There was like sometimes it's like some obscure stream that I never heard in my life, and then
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Oh, this person played Doomsday like on like minute such into minute this like there was a match." I was like, "Oh, okay." So, and I know they watch it like all of the material that gets published there, so they'll definitely watch this one.
That's super awesome. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just raid Mana Symbol. Looks like he is online. I don't know what he's playing, but I'll go ahead and raid that, and then Romero, I'll just return the cards to you offline. Is that cool?
Oh, are you gonna are you gonna rate them because you know them or anything?
They rated me before. So, if you have somebody else, I can rate whoever you
I was
want.
gonna say, Geeky Jackson, he's streaming Vintage Doomsday.
Okay, okay, there you go. I'll raid Geeky Jackson.
That's
Sorry,
the other.
Geeky Jackson. So yeah, no problem at all.
I was watching him stream play yesterday.